BC Parks protects landscapes ranging from alpine tundra to river valleys, grasslands to coastal rainforests. Winding through the parks are over 3,000 kilometers of trails. If you were to start in Vancouver, you would have to drive past Kenora, Ontario to cover this distance. Many of the trails are legacies of the forest industry, mining, early explorers, and First Nations. A maze of backcountry roads, abandoned rail lines, and specially constructed single tracks snake through dense forest and open grasslands. They provide access to even the most remote corners of our province. Usually trails are explored on foot, but a number of trails in our park system are being upgraded to accommodate multiple forms of exploration: bicycles, horses, and in special cases, all-terrain vehicles. Trails that would take a hiker a whole day to cover can be explored in just 2 hours by a cyclist. But not every trail is open to bicycles and horses. Watch for these signs. It is very important that anyone using a trail in the park stay on the path. Hikers, horseback riders, and cyclists all cause disturbance when they leave the trails to explore. In alpine areas and grasslands, traveling off the trails could mean permanent damage to plant and animal life. Nests and tender vegetation can be destroyed with one careless step or wheel tread. Many families enjoy riding bicycles along the roads in our provincial campgrounds. But as with all vehicle traffic, cyclists must obey all traffic laws while in the park. Ride on the right side of the road, hugging the curb or shoulder. Use signals when turning and obey all traffic signs, including speed limits. And be aware of traffic, whether it's behind you or in front of you. It is now mandatory that all cyclists wear a CSA-approved helmet when riding on roads and highways in British Columbia. Helmets are also mandatory when riding on park roads, and everyone should wear a helmet when riding on designated trails and off-road. In some parks, such as Shuswap Lake, special interpretive events may include a bike rodeo. These rodeos were introduced by the RCMP and local athletic clubs to promote safety, awareness, and proper cycling skills. Here are some general guidelines that all cyclists should follow in and out of our parks. Ride as near as practical to the right side of the roadway, yielding right of way to pedestrians. Ride in single file when riding in groups. Keep at least one hand on the handlebars. Ride the bike properly. Handstands are for experts under special conditions. Unless a child's seat is attached to the back of the cycle, only one person should be on the bike at any one time. Giving someone a ride on the handlebars can prove quite dangerous to both rider and passenger. While in our parks, we also ask that bikes be stored on the gravel portion of a campsite, not in the bush. And when exploring the park, please stay on the roads and off grassy areas. All trails are closed for bicycle riding in parks unless posted. Not all trails are built to the specifications needed for cyclists. If cycling to and from the evening program, or any time after twilight, a headlight must be used. This should be capable of displaying a white light visible under normal conditions at least 150 meters in the direction in which the cycle is pointed. A red reflector, approved by the Ministry of Transportation and Highways, must be mounted on the back, or a lighted lamp can be mounted on the rear of the cycle that is capable of reflecting or displaying a red light towards the rear. Use your ears as well as your eyes. Listen carefully at all times, and please be extremely cautious. Be especially alert in park entrances and day-use areas. It's easier for you to see a car than for that car to see you. Parks such as Shuswap Provincial Park and the Thompson River District have a high volume of pedestrians, cars, and cyclists. Cyclists must be careful to stay on the road and to not veer suddenly into or away from traffic. Where concerns about trail erosion and safety exist, cyclists have been prohibited from trails. Some trails, such as the interpretive self-guiding trail behind the Shuswap Nature House, were never intended for use by both hikers and cyclists. When hikers stop to read the signs along the trail, they may not hear a cyclist coming, and a cyclist may not see or hear the hikers. A bicycle is a great way to explore our provincial parks. But please, bike only where posted, stay on the trails, and use care.